Hello everyone, welcome to Amarcast Tech News Update 26th May 2020. Now the first news comes from a little bit of a change of name of the coveted project Libra, which is the Libra wallet, the digital wallet of Facebook. And the Calibra company, which is Libra's wallet provider, as announced earlier, has now been rebranded to Novi, Novi. Now, it is a combination of two words from Latin, novus and via, which means new and way. So, new way is Novi, and this is going to be the holding company for Libra, the digital wallet, which Facebook is going to provide in terms of digital currencies. Now, this is going to be a huge Facebook initiative, as we all know. And beyond that, Facebook introduced Facebook Shops. So I think the new brand name, I can't figure out why the new brand name, but basically, this signifies new way of payment. So this will, as per Facebook, represent the fluid movement of digital currencies. So exciting news, and I think a lot of interest in terms of e-commerce and digital currencies from Facebook shows you some direction in terms of where Facebook is going in the future. The next news comes from a kind of a follow-up from last week, where there was a lot of concern raised internationally about the Aarogya Setu app and the privacy and the kind of information it is collecting, and information is more than the information that should be collected. So, Aarogya Setu app, the government has said that they'll make the version open source for people to check out the code in terms of what has been collected, how's the app working. So they'll put it in a repository like GitHub or something. So Amitabh Kant, the CEO of NITI Aayog, made that announcement. And they have also announced a prize for somebody who can find bugs and issues. So this is, I think, a little bit of a PR trying to protect the image of Aarogya Setu app. Although it's a good move, making it open source can help developers not only find problems, but build further apps on, similar grounds. Still, I think the move is more towards managing the reputation of Aarogya Setu, which was kind of in question for some weeks. Next news comes from the TikTok app, and ED has reported that TikTok downloads over last 2 months have decreased. They have decreased 34% in April and 28% up to May 23rd. And this is also, like we've been talking a couple of times, we've talked about how the ratings have come down due to that Carrie Minati video and YouTube versus TikTok kind of controversy, and fans downgrading TikTok in India. But I feel that this may be due to some different reasons. And already TikTok is pretty big in terms of absolute downloads, and these are new downloads. So I feel that there is no probably we need to see numbers for a couple of months more, because the absolute numbers of TikTok are still pretty strong. So this data might be reflective of lower downloads, lower newer downloads, but in terms of absolute numbers, I think TikTok stays quite strong. But still, interesting news nonetheless. Next news comes from, it's an interesting news. The co-working space from Delhi, AWFIS, has raised 40 crores in a mixed round of debt and equity from its existing investors. Now, why it's interesting is because the co-working space has been under tremendous pressure. And, since the COVID lockdown, a lot of people have shut down offices, and the serious crunch of clients in terms of taking on the co-working spaces. So, in my opinion, some of this funding is probably to save AWFIS and the committed costs which they have to pay those costs, not for expansion, in my humble opinion, but it may be for anything, but seems like more that this part of funding is more towards saving AWFIS more than growing AWFIS. If it is to grow AWFIS and I'm wrong, then it's amazing to raise money in this kind of environment for growth for a co-working space, which is like amazing. Next news is after all the layoffs from Ola and Swiggy and Zomato and others, Uber has laid off 600 people in India as part of company's recently announced global job cuts. So 600 people being cut off, laid off from Uber, and Uber has made the announcement today, and they've also said they've offered medical insurance for next 6 months for all impacted employees, and give them an option to join Uber talent directory. I mean, whatever said and done, it's continued layoffs in the country, and obviously Uber business has got impacted big time, and the costs kind of needed to be cut. So it was expected. Next news is which is research done by Maple Capital Advisors, and it's on Indian gaming ecosystem. And I've included this in this episode because it's already quite big 2-3 months for gaming in India, and online gaming, especially mobile gaming, has really come of age due to the COVID lockdown. One of the bigger segments, big growth segments, other than grocery shopping and couple of more segments like online education, etc., which have kind of jumped up. Online gaming has really jumped up in last 2 months. Now, as per the report, Indian gaming industry in last 6 years, 2014-2020, has raised about 350 million and currently valued at 930 million. The interesting number is that by 2024, the gaming industry is expected to be $3.7 billion, which is quite good. And I feel this could be even bigger. The way the gaming industry has grown in last 2-3 months, I think some of this growth will continue. And this big growth is going to reach billions of dollars very soon. And it's going to be a very big industry. So this is all for today. And I'll catch you tomorrow around same time for 27th May update. Thank you very much. Take care.